I haven't posted an interview since Preem, and you guys all loved it. I felt very honored, you guys. I truly love you guys. Anyone who supports me, anyone who loves me, I love you back wholeheartedly. That interview went really well. You know, sometimes you really gotta lock into things. Like, you just gotta quiet the noise, like, outside, and it takes sacrifice, but it's all worth it. During this time, like, I felt like I just had things to work on as a podcast host. I don't put myself in a box. With that time of me, it wasn't really a break. Work was always moving. Thank you guys for encouraging me, like, the good, the bad. Like, I've had so many encouraging comments, you know, after posting that interview. All in all, like, it helps me, whether you like it or not, whether you like my podcast or not. I'm here to share with you guys, and we're all just learning together. Work's been crazy, so that's a main reason why I haven't been posting as much. Work has just been taking a lot of my time, and I always think about, like, what are some things that I can do to make myself feel better? Because, you know, this all matters to me. Like, I still want to, you know, make my money, but I'm still a creative. So I still have to make time for all those things, and I really sat and thought about it. Like, how can I prioritize my time a little bit more so that it's all just cohesive? I'm gonna take my time with things. Like, I care about you guys so much. I appreciate you guys for being so patient, encouraging, and welcome back to Gina for the Soul. Today, I have a very special guest. It's a conversation about vision, about culture, about building something that actually lasts. My guest today is Squaredhill. He's a creative, a connector, and someone who's been moving intentionally throughout the scene for years. You've been shaping what community looks like behind the scenes in real time. It's, you know, a conversation. You know, we're going to talk about your mindset. We're going to get into your head a little bit, like always. And, you know, we're going to talk about what happens when you really bet on yourself.
I appreciate you for having me.
Yeah.
I feel like I walked in and this is like I feel like I told you, I feel like only important people get like interviewed and shit. This is my first one and I feel very welcome, you know. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, sure. Of course. Bryton's always been solid, not just in what he creates, but in who he is as a person. I've always valued our friendship and our conversation, the way that you've moved through life. This is really just a full circle moment. Before Comfy Fits, before the marathon, you've done podcasting as well, so we'll talk about that. There was a kid from Chicago with a wild imagination and quiet understanding of what looked good, even if nobody saw it yet. So let's get into it. I've known you for years. I don't think I've ever really asked you, how did Squaredhill even came up?
My homies in high school, I had like a clique called Downfalls. My homies Khalil, we call him Inno, my homie Fox. It was like a nickname that I didn't ask for. A lot of times my homies used to call me like B Squared. It was just dropped to Squared, and that's just what it was ever since.
Right. It literally never has changed.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I am from the west side of Chicago, west suburbs of Chicago, more importantly. I think a lot of people try to like, if you're not from the inner city, people try to like make it sound better. But I'm about 20 minutes from the city. Maywood, Bellwood, anywhere over out west. Like,
how do people from your city, how do they recognize each other without really saying it?
Anybody from Chicago can kind of like tell like who's from the city or not. Like, from talking to like, mannerisms, right. You can spot somebody from like a mile. Even when I went to New York, there was so many people from Chicago. You just saw them just like you see them, they're kind of even like a silhouette. Chicago people make themselves known without, even if you're not like the loudest person in the room, you're very like Chicago. Also a mix of tough. You feel me? People be tough as hell, like, but it's not a bad thing. But I think in general, you do a lot of scoping. We have to like survey the room and see what's going on in the room, and the way we act and the way we like.
What's a rule you had to learn early growing up, being from the city?
Being aware where you're at, like where you're going. Some shit doesn't even feel right in your gut. Knowing like where to be or who to be around or who to have around you. I wouldn't even say it's a rule. Maybe it's just an unspoken rule about like when to even leave a situation, when to leave a spot.
All right, so we're gonna get into your roots. Okay. You know, the house, the neighborhood, the smells, the sounds, all that.
Well, you want the real? You want the real low, like the real low.
What part of that place, still lives in you?
I live down the street from where my grandma's house was. We still have it too. So like my grandma's house is on 2nd and Roosevelt. It's not to even like I'm giving out like literally where the address is on my granny's block. Also too, like there'll be times where street lights came on and you had to go back in the crib. You had to see that you're right in front of the house. You couldn't leave the block. Me and my cousins, everybody would be staying as like you're growing up like with your cousins. Everybody's staying at granny's house at one point. Everybody's just like doing them or just like while the parents are trying to figure it out. You don't know why you're there. For some reason, like your aunt's there, your mom's there, your dad's there. Yeah. Everybody's just staying in one house for a certain point of time. There used to be like a lot of block parties and shit. And now like, everyone really do shit like that. It's kind of like seeing things and you kind of like know like, kids used to be playing it. You see it now. It's just kind of like everybody's growing up.
Like that nostalgia.
Yeah. You take in as it's happening.
It's so funny because when you say that, I really appreciate older people, the community and everything, how like things were back in the days. They care about like mannerisms. They're very communicative, like, very respectful. Like, hey, how are you? They see you there.
Granny's from Louisiana. My dad's from my dad's side of the family is from Chicago.
Oh, so that's
like
southern.
Yeah, it's like literally you walk into a room, have yourself be known. You can't like even like walk in and like be there for a second without saying, oh, you didn't say hi to whoever. Right. That carried with me like going into like my adulthood. I worked at a senior citizen home for like 6 months. And this was low-key like this past year. It was very random.
That's
it was very
so
random.
Low-key.
If I'm doing like something else, I know this is about like, this interview is about like jobs and dreams and shit, but I feel like when shit's not going right, I kind of count them as like TV moments, you know what I mean? Like for myself, so I can like look back and be like, damn, I did this. You might not know I did it, or like they might not know I did it, but
absolutely. Like I've been knowing you for like a minute, like forever. So
I don't say a lot of shit.
I
don't say a lot. I don't have any of my grandparents anymore. So for me, working there was like having like 150 grandparents. They're all very nice, asking about like your love life and what you got going on. I'm 30, I'm about to be 31, so I feel like even like you telling them your age, they're like, oh, you're a baby, but it's like I ain't been a baby in fucking years. I'll be talking to somebody that's 90 years old and they're like, damn, you're a baby. So I had a lot of fun, and also too, like I think it gave me more grace. I didn't have any grace towards the elderly because I love the elderly. I love everybody. It had me slow down. For whatever reason, I'm here. God sent me here. Sometimes I think I needed them. I told them all the time before I left them, I think I needed y'all like, more than I thought I would have. I just expected it to be like a old, I smell like pee and shit. It was like one of the nicest places I've been to, and it's also too like, they're just talking shit. They just also want just people to talk to. So
elderly people, they're so endearing. I love all that affection. I ain't gonna lie.
No, yeah, I do too.
I feel you. It feels like hella, grandparents. We're gonna talk about your first mood board. This wasn't just a canvas. This was the start of something new for you. When you were young, what did you secretly study that nobody knew about? Not like school stuff, but the stuff that you paid attention to, really closely, that shaped your taste.
Honestly, my mom taught me, shout out mom, coordination, like even like from clothing. My mom always taught me about colors. I was always interested in colors, even when I realized what true matching was. I was obsessed with it as a kid. And the tutors would always compliment me. I always coordinate my outfits. Prominent thing in my life. You wear like really bright colors, which I appreciate, like the furnet. I love the fur, the colors, like the textures. I'm wearing all black today. I'm wearing neutral colors today. How do you feel today? Like, how does your outfit make you feel today? My outfit makes me feel very comfortable. I guess that's the whole goal. I like to live my life. Still have something cool on to the eye, but also to like I just like being. So you can't go wrong. Just got a hoodie and some pants. Some very simple shit. I feel good. I feel great today. How do you feel today? I feel good. I feel like very ecstatic for sure. Like, I'm a very like overly stimulated person. My mind's constantly like on the next thing. I'm very present, very much like excited and happy for sure. Do you remember the first time you noticed something fly that it wasn't necessarily on clothes? It could have been like just anything, like on a cereal box, a shoe, an album cover. Like, what's your first experience like that? Like a little bit. I'm sure this is like mid, I don't know what age this would be. How old are you, bro? I'm sorry. 30. 32. I'm 30, so I'm about to be 30. So I think even like the, I'm sorry about that. I just had to ask because I'm like the range, but when it comes to just fly shit or just weird, like different things, I think the first thing I kind of noticed was like I was way older when this happened. My cousin used to listen to everybody like Ludacris. Even seen like the Chicken and Beer cover was like, like one of the craziest shits I've ever seen as a child. I'm like, damn, like I didn't know what bro was doing. Pleasing to the eye, but also too like different. I was a huge Ludacris fan growing up. Weird shit like Missy Elliott, like shit like that was just very like intriguing to me and different. It had like it was like the itch on the back of your neck. It's just like you don't know why it makes you feel like this, but it made you feel good.
I feel like album covers always hold so much meaning. It makes you want to either like repel against the album or go towards it and listen to it. You've talked about your roots, the lessons, the people who shaped you. It makes me think about how all of that comes through your work. Your clothing brand, Comfy Fits. It feels very personal, intentional, not just fashion. How did your journey lead you here?
I've only accepted Comfy Fits because I couldn't use Comfy. Originally, Comfy was like a mood board. It's supposed to be a mood board. So I thought of Comfy Fits like in 2015, 2014. My friends, everybody who was creative, everybody who was doing things, it just was something that I wanted to do just to show off like fits. It started off as like clothing grid into what it is now.
Where were you emotionally when you decided to come up with Comfy Fits?
I had an idea. I didn't know how I was gonna get there. The first thing I wanted to put out was mugs. I didn't even want to put out any clothing. I just wanted to put out like accessories. I was like stuck on putting out this mug for like 2 years, 3 years, and never happened. Sometimes you gotta be prepared for things. You can say that you're ready for something and not know how the fuck you're gonna do anything. At that time, I never made anything by myself. It's always with like one of the guys. Like I was involved in the process. I wasn't involving myself as much as I should have. I kind of felt like I was behind. It was kind of like one of those things. I was in the room, but I didn't know how to execute it myself.
Right. Yeah, I feel like you were always in the creative scene even before it like really became a thing.
Yeah, people thought I rapped.
Yeah, in my eyes, you were always popping your shit. You had like a podcast with your homies as well. Like,
yeah, that was later. User friendly.
You had so many things going on.
Yeah, nobody could really put their thumb on what I did.
Like,
people would think I'm doing so many things. Comfy gave me my identity as this is what I do, and I wanted it to be known as like this, like straight up. I was DJing for a little bit too.
When someone puts on your brand, because people do purchase your brand, like how do
Thank
you...
God. Yeah. Thank God.
When someone puts on Comfy Fits during a hard day, what do you hope it gives them? What feeling do you hope it gives them?
I see more of a lot of it when I'm having a hard day. I see a lot of it when I'm like not expecting it. When you're creating something, even when this podcast goes out eventually, like it doesn't belong to you anymore, right? It belongs to the people. Art is just like one of those things where I made this shit out of a struggle. I was either fucked up or trying to like, get to a goal, or I'm trying to pop some shit. I want people to be excited about something. It all comes from a place of like, all art comes from a place of like some hardship. You made this podcast out of like just wanting to express yourself and like just going through shit. So it honestly makes me happy that people are just like consuming and just going through life until you get to your goal. The ultimate goal. Everybody's version of success is different. But I think as you're getting to that, you go through these things. But for me, making something and then putting it out and then somebody purchasing it, I think that kind of like makes my day. It just really makes my life because like I said, I could be doing anything. I can be working jobs, but it doesn't give me that fulfillment. Like selling a piece or like talking to somebody. I mean, that's the part that I like love about it the most. But I go on Instagram, even like when I saw Layla, because I think when I gave her that hat, we went to her show and it was really cool.
We love Layla.
Yeah, we love Layla. You know, like, this person has it, but you just hope that they like the product as much. Storm Reed, I gave her a hat a long time ago. She just wore it this year. Instead of like her posting a picture, her friend posted her, and she was just wearing it around her college campus. For me, I'm happy that you're wearing it in real life. Like you're actually wearing this throughout whatever you're going through in real life. So.
Since you're into fashion, like what's a trend you're loving right now that people might not expect from you?
I just think it's like more like younger people creating and just like trying. They have more opportunities than I think we did. Kids are making fucking crazy like big ass flare pants in the basement at 18 years old to where like I feel like for us like I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of like not old but like older Chicago like creativeness and then like the just kids like doing their own shit and figuring out what they like and what they don't like. And I think seeing them follow trends, I don't really like follow too many trends at all really. So I do whatever feels right to me. I just like seeing people pop shit. I like seeing younger people pop shit. I like seeing like, just in general, I like what's the direction shit's going in, you know?
It's all about that confidence.
Yeah.
You know, be confident in what you do for real. We're gonna transition now. So, This is like the juicy part. You know, you are very culturally known.
I'm grateful for it, for sure.
So let's talk about your loss. So working with someone like JoeFreshgoods, it puts you in a world of high taste, high expectations, and a lot of eyes. But I'm curious, when all that noise fades away, what are you building that feels closest to you?
My community. I didn't get in there late. I got in there at the right times. I was already grown by the time I started working for Joe. Sometimes you're very moldable. I always leave myself to be like, to take in just information and just like, you know, teachable. Yeah. I learned a lot. The first thing I feel like when Joe used to have these conversations at Columbia and all this shit, I used to go to like every talk is. I used to bother the fuck out of him. He knows this. Like, we've talked about it, and it's very funny because I used to just be an annoying ass kid. For me, the greatest advice he's probably ever given me was to travel. My mom's always taught me to just be well versed. As a creative, when you're here, you don't really get to have like an experience. Going out to travel, going to New York, going to Boston, going to just places that like you're normally not, like, you're not comfortable at, or like to meet new people and new creatives. I know people in Chicago, like, whoever fucks with me fucks with me. If I can go over here and I can go over here and also just build a connection and they see the same thing I'm seeing, that was the thing where you just learn how to talk to people and how to like be the person you're supposed to be. If it works, it works. I think just in general, like, that was a big part of what Joe brought to my life. I was just already grown. I think just being grown too, I already knew who I was. I already knew what I wanted to do. At 26 or 28, when I known him since I was 18, like those years that got to see him, I got to become the person I wanted to be. It wasn't compromised by anybody or anything.
It seems like he really lets you be that person. Like, you know, from the outside looking in, you know, his story.
My homie Cody, my homegirl Siraj, y'all showed up at the same, like, at a great time at the same time. He's already rich. Seeing that people want to do something around him. One of the things he told me, he used to just say he always just wanted people or somebody from his tree to just be great. You know what I mean? It's him having 3 people or him having like 3 individuals that are all doing something. Us being comfortable with ourselves and not really having to be like, yo, like you have like having to hold our hand or anything. As long as it makes you happy, he gonna be good with whatever you got going on. So.
Not everybody handles proximity to greatness the same way.
Yeah.
Obviously. What do you think separates people who last in those rooms from people who just like kind of visit, you know, just the proximity to attention? Yeah. Clearly he's known. So there's some people who know how to handle that, some people don't.
I've seen so many people, like, there'll be people from out of town who come into the rooms and it's like, damn, that's Joe. Like, and it's like, I talk to this man every day, so for me, it's not like as big as a deal, but you see somebody from out of town who's a real, and I am a fan, but I think a real fucking huge fan, like, damn, like, they've never seen this man before, and they're just like, damn, it's like, I've had little kids like come to the store and like, yo, is that Joe? It's like, is that him right here? I'm like, yeah, like, just go talk to him. But being normal, being yourself, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of times, like, people try to overextend or just like be something they're not in these rooms. I don't got time for that shit. Like, what separates some people is just like, well, who wants it more, but also to just knowing how to be yourself and act normal. A lot of people like to have conversations in clubs or bars about business, and it's like sometimes this shit.
It's just, there's a time and place.
You know what I'm saying? It's a time and place for everything. I'm in the middle of X-Pac. Nobody wants to goddamn talk about business. I think it's just like acting normal. How people view you, even like if they don't see it, like as long as you're standing on what you got going on, eventually everybody tunes in. Everybody turns to the channel.
If you could expose one truth about this scene without like any consequence, what would it be?
People are too cool. I think that's just an always thing. And sometimes I might be too cool. You know what I'm saying? I think that's also a thing where I keep it very real. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm very polite. People are just like, too cool for school. You feel like if you're too cool, you freeze.
We've been talking culture, community, and the surface stuff. We're gonna go just a little bit deeper. So this is the part most people don't see: the grind, the betrayals, the real talk.
Ooh, the betrayals.
Yeah.
That shit is real life though.
You know, culture isn't just trends, it's people, places, and timing. Hearing you talk about the culture reminds me that it isn't loud, it's very layered. We're gonna get just a little bit uncomfortable. So be honest, what's something that you thought was gonna work out for you, but it just didn't?
Many ventures, from DJing to the podcast, the user-friendly podcast, and like a thing to...
Can we talk about that?
Yeah,
like,
we can,
why
for
did
sure.
that? Like, because you guys were very consistent, and then you just stopped.
You have 4 people. It's a lot of mixed personalities. I love these guys too. Like, there's so much shit happening during that time. Like, especially when it's like guys, it's just hard to make room for everything. The goals don't align. Me and Pablo's kind of talk about it like a diary, and we all kind of talk about it like that too. Like, not that it's over, but if it's ever a chance for us to pick it back up and like open that diary again, it's like it's not over.
Y'all got different shit going on.
Yeah, and if we ever feel like we're up to it, we can do it. But I think just everything has to align. People have to want the same things, especially if you're going into some shit as a group. But you all have to want the same things, and if shit doesn't align, and if one person feels different about some shit, then it might not work to what you expected it to be. So I had a girlfriend, so I had 2 jobs.
Right.
I'm still trying to figure out how to make time and like spend time and do this, talk to the guys. It's just very like rough.
It could be. We're gonna end this on a great note. You've done so much great shit aside from JoeFreshgoods, the podcast. You've done it all. One of your biggest goals for 2025 was the 2025 marathon. You ran that shit. You were dedicated. Let's get into it real quickly. You lost a lot of weight during. We're gonna be respectful here. Lost a lot of weight. So
You saying I was fat? It's okay.
You lost a lot of weight, though.
Yeah, I did.
So, I'm an observer.
Okay. I wrestled, and I wanted to go to like the Olympics at one point, like Jordan Burroughs.
Athletic in a way.
You know what? I'm not even the same person anymore because I didn't have hair, so I wouldn't used to care about that shit. I was also a chubbier kid. I was always a chubbier kid too, and I never used to run for fun. I never ran for fucking the
really?
pleasure of it. No, hell no. Like,
I
if you're
would
in
have
football,
thought, like, low-key, you was doing some, little 5K runs or whatever.
I
So,
never
like,
did a 5K run. I never did a 5K run at all. I've only done marathons.
That's big, though.
Yeah.
How long is a marathon?
A marathon is 26.2, 26 miles and 200
Okay,
meters.
so there you go. Running through Chicago streets, how does that city inspire you or challenge you?
I like bragging rights. So I wanted to have something I can have for myself. They said 1% of people run marathons in their lives. I just wanted the number. I got bragging rights versus the homies, where I can say I'm still smoking the same amount I'm smoking. I'm just running.
You're very on it for sure.
Yeah.
I'm a runner as well. I just had a passion for running. So like when I'm running, it's just like I can run really fast and just forget about anything else. When you started running, I'm like, hey, that's actually really cool.
Yeah, because I did the 2024 marathon and got hurt. So I did the 2024 marathon, got hurt, finished it though, got my medal.
Hey.
My goal for 25 was just to change my diet, change my training, change how I did everything. I did not get hurt. Me versus me, I like doing shit that feels like impossible to myself. I like beating the odds. I like defying the odds.
Your music taste has always been fire. If there's one track that you would define your world, one album, one track, whatever it is, what album or song would it be?
That's hard. One album or one song? I'm gonna go newer. I'm gonna go Young Thug, just how it is. Yeah, it's very like very simplistic, very like straight to the point. What my goal is, and I'm saying what this was, and that's what I'm on. I like so much music, like DJs. For me, it's like it's hard for me to say. I might have a fucking different song after this shit is over.
I didn't know you DJ.
Yeah, I did. It wasn't like a
fire. Look, you've always had a fire music taste. I remember like back. I don't know if you remember, but I remember you made me. I don't know if you made it for me, but you shared a playlist with me. Yeah. It had like all types of artists, and I'm like, okay, he's really well versed in every, genre.
Well, even before I was DJing, I was like fake DJing. So I would like post songs on like my SoundCloud for the guys. My dad was a musician, so I just been around music my whole life.
Shout out to your dad.
Mm-hmm.
I think we underestimate how much courage it takes to, change quietly. The most powerful transformations, they don't happen in public. This conversation wasn't really about running or design or success. It was about discipline, discomfort, choosing growth, even when it costs you something. All of this energy, all of this inspiration, it's all a window into who you are. The rhythm behind the grind, the soundtrack behind the creation, the energy behind every step. Squaredhill's taste, his passion, the way he moves through life, it reminds us that things, that we love, the beats that we follow, the sounds that we carry, they shape us, guide us, they connect us to the world around us. I appreciate you for trusting me in this space and for being honest about the parts that people usually don't get to hear. I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. It was just an honor to be back, an honor to interview you. I truly love y'all, so
You did great. This is amazing, like the whole setup. Yeah, this is like probably the most, like when you sent me like everything, the files and everything, I'm like, this is like the most professional setup I've been in. So, come to Gina for this whole podcast. You gonna make sure you're right. The studio is beautiful.
I appreciate
it. All the vibes is cool. Appreciate you for having me and asking me these things, because I think I was just shocked. I'm just like, damn, like I don't even think.
I know, it's like, yeah, it's forever for sure. Like, for life type shit. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Since I haven't seen y'all, it's a new season, new year, actually. Happy New Year to everybody. We're doing it big this year, and I missed you guys dearly. You guys always ask me how I am, how I've been, and it really matters a lot to me, even though it's been more of a season of me just kind of relaxing. And it's not even relaxing, I just haven't been on the grid as much as I should be, considering that I'm a podcast host. I'm always working behind the scenes for you guys to make sure that, things are just entertaining for you with this new season. A lot of new changes, a lot of new perspectives that I want to share with you guys. So many things have changed, and I try to not be as, polished with you guys. I like for you guys to see the real me. You guys have been asking, and I'm here now. So this is a special episode, honestly. I have been working on this episode for you guys. Someone dear to my heart, dear to my heart. I've been knowing this person that I'm going to be interviewing since I was 15. I'm 27 now, so I guess has seen me go through so many periods, so many transformations, and I feel very honored and just it feels like a very special day, honestly, because I get to share with you guys a little bit into my world and who matters to me. Bryton, he's seen me go through so many changes. He's seen, all the crazy shit that's been going on. He's seen it all, and very happy to call him my friend, yet I'm also very inspired by him as well. He's a great person. And with this, I just want you guys to kind of be open to meeting new people in my life. I want you guys to feel relaxed and just well aware of what's going on in Chicago. There's so many great things, so many great artists. And we gotta put them on, this is the world, and we gotta share it. And I've been getting so in tune with new artists that just appreciate their work for it. You guys know I'm a diehard Cash Cobain fan. Just that New York scenery. I feel like Chicago, is cool and stuff. I also fuck with New York's music scene. Cash Cobain, he's been doing crazy work, and I just been fucking with it all. Suave, shout out to Suave. He's from Atlanta. When I post this episode, you guys are probably gonna see the interview. But Suave, he was an amazing guest. I really appreciate him. I'm always in my own world, and that's just because of music alone. I'm trying to figure out my Spotify. I've been on Spotify, I be on Apple Music. I feel like everything is just different. So Spotify, I do have a curated playlist. I've been listening to, I love me some bass swag. Like I said, New York scene, but that scene has just been ultimately turned up for me. Listening to G Herbo a lot. I went to his birthday bash in October. It was such a cultural shift for Chicago because he was fully there, fully present, brought so many artists out, and it was just really nice to be on stage supporting one of my favorite artists. G Herbo's going crazy. Let's talk about A$AP Rocky. So this new album that he released, Humpy Dumb, and I just fuck with artists who really know how to put those more complex feelings and emotions into songs. And I really appreciate this A$AP Rocky, artists that you've been growing up listening to, they finally release a new tape, and you get to see different sides of them. He's a whole dad now, so when he dropped that album, I don't know the album's name once again, but he dropped this really good album that I'm wow, it feels like 2014 when it just felt very passionate. I love very passionate music.